Welcome to the Hunter Report, and today the topic is backdrops and backdrop systems. Now, I have a backdrop system here. You see my paper is ripped. No backdrop system is perfect, but I'm going to try and show you this little build that I did. But let's first go ahead and roll up this broken paper. The problem with the system is that it's very hard to control the vertical angle of the paper, so you gotta clamp it up here just to make sure that it doesn't roll off and fall on your head. But I have, what you see here is I have an auto pull. Okay, this is a product, it's designed to go from the floor to the ceiling, and then you're supposed to mount, you see I have the triple hook up there, and it's all part of this system that lots of different manufacturers create. So what I tried to do is reverse engineer the system. And this whole entire video is going to show you the process. Let me go ahead and show you what I came up with and then tell you the pros and the cons of all these backdrop systems. All right, so you see I have a hole drilled here, and I'm going to take this paracord. I'm going to put it through my hole. Then I'm going to take this top, put it on. Now that the assembly is complete, place it up there. All right, now I have the PVC mounted. And now we get to the next issue, which is the PVC is up there. Tying it off would help. All right, it's tied off. Let's go ahead and take a closer look. All right, so now we're up here. Now, I know I don't have a paper on my PVC roll here, but I just want to illustrate why it's sort of difficult. The first thing you have to notice, this system I have is perfectly measured for a 9-foot roll of paper. And this guy right here is a 9-foot, and I'm using this chain drive system, which I don't like because you have to lock it up here, but and the chain mechanism goes outside of the pole. Now, the way I engineered it, and I didn't have the forethought, is that I put the mechanism inside the pole, which means that I can't fit a 9-foot roll of paper or cotton cloth in whatever color I need, black, white, chroma, green, whatever. I can't fit it up here. So when it does roll, you see it's going to roll, right? Which is great. The only problem is, if it's a 9-foot roll of paper, problem is the cotton that I want does not come in 8 feet, which would give me enough clearance. The paper would end about here. It comes in 9 feet, so it has to literally go all the way to the edge. So I mismeasured, I misthought it. So this would work if I could somehow get the mechanism outside here on my left hand up here. So the mechanism's out here just like it is here. The next problem, and this is where this chain drive system actually makes, I start to see why it's making a lot of sense. You see the chain drive is a loop. So you pull this way, right, and the gears of the chain ratchet, whereas up here you see the rope winds, right? And then I could pull the rope, and yes, it does unwind, but then it's unwound. The other thing is that you've got to lock the rope, okay, to a locking point, many other things. So another complaint though, now on a totally different track, another complaint I have about this chain drive system is this little sprocket here is only rated for 22 pounds. Now that's a problem because this piece of paper is like 21 pounds. So if you add in the weight of literally anything beyond the paper, this thing is guaranteed to fail. Now I actually put a 40-pound vinyl photographic roll. It was a 9-foot by 20-foot vinyl. It cost about $200, $250 for the vinyl. And it broke the system, which pissed me off enough to go ahead and try and invent a new system. Now, money is the solution to this entire problem. With more money, I could have a bigger studio, and I could purchase this $2,000 manual gear system, which I think is a ripoff. I could probably get that system for far less than $2,000, but it's more expensive than what I have now. So moving forward, I am going to go with another chain system here. I do think it's very expensive, though, $64. For this metal chain. So, and the plastic chain, is in the $20 range. So whatever I go with, plastic or metal, I'm just going to continue with this system so I can get 2 or 3 colors up here. I'm going to have to add some more super clamps because the super clamps are only rated to 30 pounds, blah, blah, blah. You get the picture. And I'm going to use this system, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, it ain't perfect, but it also ain't broke. I'm not going to try and break it, but If you actually care about how I made the build, go ahead and just watch this video, and I'm going to show you how I built this PVC thingy here. Oh yeah, another thing is that this PVC guy weighs somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 to 7 pounds. So that's another thing to factor in. I was thinking about putting this chain drive thing into some PVC so I don't have to buy that stupid expensive auto pole crossbar thing. Anyway, I'm always thinking about ways to save money, so please give me a pat on the back for that. All right, the goal is to take this cap and to get this lug nut that way. Use a washer for a little bit of extra surface area and then finish it off with a bolt. Obviously gonna need a drill. And let's see which of my bits, more or less, is gonna be the winning bit. I wish I had somewhere to actually secure my vise to, maybe one day when I have a bigger workshop. Since my vise down here is quite insecure, the question is, do I drill this way first or do I drill this way first? I'm gonna drill this way because when you're going this way, it's sort of, the drill bit is just gonna slide, whereas here, the drill bit can stay focused more easily. You always want a nice corded drill. Got this one from whatever, but you want a corded and a cordless drill. The corded drill, it just has so much more infinite power than the cordless drill, so you really want both, and I'll take a corded over cordless any day. The cordless just lacks the power. I know this baby's gonna slip in there, so I'm actually gonna drill a pilot hole first with a smaller bit. I'm just eyeballing where the center is. I happen to have this collection of ball magnets, but they also serve as a perfect, and they also serve as a perfect, and the magnet serves as a perfect way because of its ball shape. So let me know that that is indeed the center point. Pilot hole looking good. It's time to finally get my vise secured because there was too much jiggle from this project and it threw off my vise drilling here. So I'm actually gonna start a little sub project here and get 4 of these babies penciled in. Then we're gonna flip it because underneath here, want to make sure that it actually, that none of the drill bits go through the grating here. Extremely glad I measured. If I had drilled, some of these would have gone through. So let's measure about 10 times before I actually drill. I knew I purchased these erasers 2 years ago for something. All right. We have a drilling solution. General, we have a firing solution. Fire at will. Number one, fire at will. Make it so. Aye, aye, Captain. Cleanup is so important. These are the only lugs that I have in my house of this size, and these are the same ones that I'm eventually going to be using for this. So, I have to go shoot a stand-up comedian tonight for video, but let's go ahead and get some lugs on that baby, and I even lost the freaking other one. Found it. Now I have something much more secure to hold this baby. All right, let's give this a second shot. Beautiful, centered, nice. And now, let's give it a little check-a-rooney. Give it a little check-a-rooney. Undo my vise down here. Boom. And then this, basically, boom. Look at that, nice and secure. This goes into the tube. This hangs onto the wall. We are looking good. All right, so $1, 40 cents, 40 cents, $2. Not bad. All right, how's it going there? How's it going? Looking centered, huh? Hopefully I got it right. If not, I can always buy 2 more and do some cross hatching and try it that way. We'll see.